Hey guys, doing some vintage cube this time. Timothy here. A little bit different, not vintage masters, which is what we did last time. This is the broken cube. This is where you want to do whatever broken stuff you possibly can. Um, and we've got some really good cards. Vraska's new to the cube. That's nice. Legion's Landon is new here. Looks like Swelter and Sons. Maybe that was in the last rendition. I don't know. Don't play too often. There's Signets, which are usually pretty good. I'm kind of leaning towards Grizzlebrand. I'm sure there's still Reanimator in the cube. If not, there are cards like Show and Tell, Sneak Attack that can cheat Grizzlebrand into play, and Grizzlebrand's just the daddy of all cards that you want to cheat into play. That and Emrakul, right? And I didn't come here to play Fair Magic. I didn't come here to pick up like Necrotals. If this was the modern cube, that'd be one thing. The modern cube is Fair Magic, where everything's mid-rangey or aggro, and you want to kind of 2-for-1 your opponent. Here, you just want to play big things that like smash your opponent. So I like Solemn. I like the Signet. I like Show and Tell, but I think I'm going to start off with big old Grizzle Dad here and see where it goes. Tezzeret is also a consideration. I don't know if there's anything that combos with Tezzeret per se, but Tezzeret is good. If there's like Basalt Monolith or something like that. Eureka. Oh my god. Eureka is the type of card that backfires very easily. If you don't know what it is, it's Show and Tell, but it repeats itself until each opponent or each player decides, hey, I'm done putting cards into play, right? So for the sake of doing something fun, I could take Eureka, right? Eureka can backfire though if your opponent's hand is very good. Basically, each player gets to put a permanent into play until everybody decides, hey, I'm done putting permanents. I could also play Exhume, which is a Reanimator card for Grizzlebrand. If I go down that route, I need to prioritize picking up cards, discard outlets. There's High Tide if you happen to want to go down some sort of Storm route. I don't know what the Storm payoffs are. And then there's Venser, which is also just a good card in Sun Titan. I think for the sake of doing something fun and interesting, I'm going to pick up Eureka. There's also Scald and Tarn. Fetches are good. But, I'm not promising anything at this point. I'm not doing it. Well, there's Ulamog. There's Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, Live and Death is nice. Live and Death is very nice. There's Cabal Ritual for the Storm deck. Ulamog for the cheat deck. I am looking for ways to just cheat big creatures in the play. Live and Death is very nice, which could put me back down the Reanimator path. So we'd be prioritizing discard outlets. Wheel of Fortune would be very good alongside Live and Death. Urborg is also a card that hopefully wheels that I'd be happy with. Growing Rights of Itlimoc is interesting, but I think we can take Live and Death here. And maybe Eureka doesn't work out. Like I said, I'm not promising anything. If I knew I was going to get that Live and Death, I probably would have taken Exhume here. Oh, Winter Orb is rude. Sphinx of the Steel Wind is a great reanimation target. What is this one? Target opponent discards a card. Then if they have no cards at hand, flip it, and on each opponent's upkeep, they lose 1 life for each card fewer than 3, so it turns into the Rack. Ooh, Survival of the Fittest is pretty broken, too. Ancient Tomb as well. I think Survival of the Fittest is just what I want. Sphinx of the Steel Wind is also a good target for these sorts of things, but this is actually really good. It gets creatures into my graveyard for Live and Death, and it also just fetches up my best creatures to put in my graveyard. But this does prioritize us one in a lot of creatures, of course. Hopefully Sphinx of the Steel Wind comes back, and we're going to be full-on Reanimator here. Gideon Jura, this is blue-black Tezzeret. Dark Petition could be nice. Sylvan Library's legitimate. Pack Rat could be a way to just get creatures in the graveyard here. Pack Rat's not as amazing in this rendition of the cube as it would be in, say, the modern cube. There's Dark Petition as well, which is an expensive tutor I'm not too interested in. Sylvan Library is intriguing, but I think I'm going to go and pick up Pack Rat here. Pack Rat might wheel, to be honest. There's a lot of white cards coming around, too. Sylvan Library is just good. I don't think anybody denies that. Let's go and pick up Pack Rat, though. And stick to theme. Soccer Tribe Elder is nice. Song of the Dryades is a fine card. Smuggler's Copter is alright. There's Leovold here, which is interesting. Might be the pick. Skin Render is a good mid-range card. Smokestack is just gross. Soccer Tribe Elder, is that what I want here? Probably not. I probably want Leovold, I think. Leovold's just very nice. Smuggler's Copter doesn't seem like it's what I want for this deck. Dragonlord Jamoka, also something good to reanimate. Iona, something good to reanimate. Maybe I want Iona. I can see a case for picking up Iona here. Yeah. Let's. Ooh, Fauna Shaman, Lion's Eye Diamond, Spellskite Freebooter. I think this is easy Fauna Shaman here. It's just a backup copy of Survival of the Fittest. Lion's Eye Diamond is more of a storm card because it does make you discard your whole hand, which is, something here, right? But it's kind of hard to pull it off and make it relevant. Parallax Wave is interesting. Empty the Warnings is a storm card, good to know, but we're going to go and pick up Fauna Shaman. Nissa Worldwaker, Dismember, Murders Cut, Tassiger. Alright, so this is a pretty good Nissa, but it's more something you want when you're actually in a ramp deck. I'm not a big fan of these swords and Legacy Cube, so I think I'm actually going to pick up one of these removal spells now. And keep in mind, killing my opponent's creature does make my live and death worse, but it is what it is, and I don't think I want to be exiling stuff to Tasker, so I think I'm going to pick up Dismember here, and fairly reasonably happy with that. I take Vraska, Necrotal, Mana Gorger. Let's see. Do I want Necrotal here after dissing it in the first pack? Do I want Vraska by any chance? It is a good card to put in with Eureka, as it can blow up whatever my opponent's biggest thing that they put in is. Gotta watch out for Eldrazi Titan. I might go ahead and go with that. It doesn't really work with the rest of my cards. Necrotal would probably be fine enough here. I'm going to take Vraska. I'm going to get very greedy. Lava Call reaches. I don't have a reason to play right now. High Tide Wheeling is interesting. There's also Sun Titan, which is not bad with some of these other cards since I can pitch smaller creatures and then get them back, but I think I'm just going to take Hero's Downfall. Growing Right, Stern Wildwood. I'll take Urborg here. Urborg might actually let me cast some of my cards. If not, I don't really need to splash for white. I don't even know that I'm actually playing Iona here, but Growing Rights is probably not good enough. There's no way I'm flipping it in this deck, so I'll go and pick up Urborg. I don't really care much for this discard guy, so Gearhulk. Yeah, decent removal spells. Rituals just coming late. Not likely I play Terminate, but possible I play Anguished Unmaken. Alright, this is a good removal spell. Song of the Dryads is pretty sweet. Dragonlord Jamoke is pretty nice too. Yeah, just more reanimation targets. So we need more discard and we need reanimation, basically. What is Mana Flare? Whenever a player taps a land for mana, that player adds one. Oh, this, yeah, I know this card. This must be new online art for it because I've never seen that before. Alright, we have Straight Up Reanimate. We have Verdant Catacombs. Sheldock Isle is pretty nice. Yavimaya Elder would be good to get back on the wheel. Kind of hoping Sheldock Isle comes back because it is a pretty sweet card. As far as our deck, I'm really only interested in Reanimate here. And this isn't even like the best reanimation spell we can get. I'm not entirely sure what reanimation spells are in this cube, but I'm pretty happy with Reanimate. If Catacombs comes back, I'll be fine. Disc is okay. Sheldock Isle would be nice, and Diabolic Edict could be nice too. But we'll go and take Reanimate since that's what we want to be doing. This is Green-Black Garuk. Ooh, there's straight up Kozilek. Shieldred is a nice one. Bayou would be good. Shieldred is also a reanimation target, but only once you have other reanimation targets. There's also Kozilek, which we're never casting. Kozilek seems a little bit worse. I kind of like Shieldred here, although Shieldred tends to come back as well. Could take Bayou, make my mana better. Kozilek's the shuffle ability is also a little bit worse with these things when I'm trying to set up Live and Death, so I think I'm gonna go and pick up Shieldred here. And we have enough stuff to reanimate that I just want to prioritize the things that make the deck tick right now. Not Craterhoof, unfortunately. Natural Order could be good, although that only grabs green creatures, right? Yeah, never mind. Natural Order not going to be that good. Scroll Rack is a consideration here. Duretti's nice. Pentat Prism. Marsh Flats could be the pick here. It grabs Swamp and Plains in case for some reason I'm casting Dragonlord Jamoka. Crucible of Worlds is fine, but this doesn't seem like the deck for it. You want to do more combo-y things with Crucible of Worlds like Strip Mine, Wasteland. Yeah, I'm not seeing natural order be good here. Not only do you have to sack a green creature, but you have to fetch up a green creature, so it's just not going to be good here. Craterhoof Behemoth, probably not what we want for this deck. And then I don't feel like branching into another color here, so I'll just take the mana fix in. I haven't seen any shocks yet. I don't know if they're in here or not. Scarab God, you say? That's pretty strong. Ooh, Animate Dead is great. Woodfall Primus would also be fine. That's a pretty strong reanimation target, but Animate Dead is perfect. Just another reanimation spell goes good with these other cards that I've got going up here. So far, I only have 3 discard outlets, so I'd like more of them. Vampire Nighthawk is like the definition of a card that's out of place in this cube. Goblin Welder strong. Elish Norn is strong. Yeah, let's go and take Animate Dead. Pretty happy with that, actually. And you can see I have like 5 fatties up here. Probably not playing Inverter or Skier Hulk. Well, there's a Kiki. I think I just want Vampiric Tutor. That can go fetch up my Live and Death or my Eureka. Other than that, I could take him to Turark. Rishkar is better suited for a non-reanimation style deck with fatties. Gitaxian Probe would be fine. Gitaxian Probe actually pretty good with Eureka, so you can see what your opponent's going to be putting into play. Tangle Wire is annoying. Wildfire is a deck in itself. And then this is a late Kiki-Jiki. I do remember seeing a Deceiver Exarch in the first pack. But I'll go and take Vampiric Tutor. Seems pretty good. Oh, I was like, another Animate Dead? That seems highly unlikely. Here, Breeding Pool doesn't do anything for us, so I'm not too interested in that. This is not a pack for us, unfortunately. I think I'm going to take Toxic Deluge just as a sweeper. It's pretty good, too. Kind of hard to get around. Not seeing a lot of counter spells in this either. I saw actual counter spell, but we're not seeing the broke stuff. Yeah, I don't really want anything else here, so Deluge is fine. I don't mind having a sweeper. The Abyss, you say? Mindslaver is annoying. Metalworker. I think I'm going to take Bazaar of Baghdad. Oh, there's also Channel. Channel's so ridiculous, but it's better when you have the Eldrazi Titans rather than just having what we have, because, you know, our mana on these cards is ridiculous. But I kind of like Bazaar of Baghdad. This digs you quite a bit. It's possible it could come back to me as the last card in the pack. I don't think people respect this. But it draws you 2 cards and discards 3 cards, which is card disadvantage, but it's in the form of a land, and it is very good in Reanimator strategies. Plus, Urborg can turn it into a mana producer, which is not irrelevant. Ooh, got some good ones here. Windswept Heath would be fine. There's also Gravy Titan and Liliana Death's Majesty. Kind of like going with the Death's Majesty here, as it does let me just reanimate creatures. That's what its -3 does. Nykthos doesn't seem good at my deck, and Grave Titan would just be like a replacement for something else. Like it's an upgrade to Verder's Gear Hulk. Fraley's also a pretty good card, I think, but I'm going to go and take Death's Majesty. Avenger of Zendikar came back, but I don't know that I really want Avenger of Zendikar. Might take Yavimaya Elder here. Diabolic Edict could also be pretty good against certain decks. Navineral's Disc is probably fine, but not what I want. I'm going to go and take Elder, I think. Pretty good with Survival of the Fittest. Don't really need more fatties. Diabolic Edict is the only other consideration. Yeah, I'll take Elder here. Kalitas, Traverse are what I'm looking at in this pack. Kalitas is strong. It's not the type of card I want my opponent making copies of if that's something they can do in their deck. It's not necessary either. It's pretty good against other reanimation strategies and stuff like that. Traverse, I have Instance, Enchantments, Creatures. Traverse probably not getting there, so yeah, I'll take Kalitas. I'm not going to play this Verder's Gear Hulk. Is Natural Order looking better at all? Not really. I only picked up 1 more green creature and nothing on the top end. So maybe Bone Shredder? As disappointed as that is, I'm not getting there on Westvale Abbey either. Yeah, Bone Shredder it is. Scrubland? And am I actually playing white? Scrubland can be fetched up with Marsh Flats. Or I could take Oath of Nissa, which fixes my mana for Vraska, but that's about it. Go ahead and take Scrubland here. And yeah, I guess Rishkar. I'm not super excited if I have to play that. Huntmaster can go to the sideboard, and Seeker of the Way. Alright, so again, we're looking for maybe one more good reanimation spell, because we have Animate Dead and Reanimate, and Living Death, and Liliana. Those are expensive reanimation, though. And then we're looking for more discard outlets. And sorry, you can probably tell by my voice. I have been sick for the last couple days, so you can probably tell by the way I sound that my voice isn't working 100%. Well, there's Pestermite to go with Kiki. Walking Ballista, not quite. Shriekmaw would be fine. Birds of Paradise could be okay. Chromox. This is not the one that discards. Yeah, this imprints. God Pharaoh's Gift. That would be very interesting, but it is still 7 mana. Coalition Relic's very good ramp. And mana fixing. Might be what I want here. I'm leaning towards this God Pharaoh's Gift. Works with Eureka. And just get owned by the low curve aggressive decks. It's either that or Birds, maybe even Manglehorn. Manglehorn's good sideboard here. Take God Pharaoh's Gift. Can't stop me. Karakas. Karakas works with most of my cards. Razaketh is pretty nice. Maelstrom Pulse would be decent removal. Magus of the Will is more of a storm card. So I'm looking at possibly Razaketh to replace one of my other top-end cards, even though Razaketh doesn't seem perfect for my deck either. Karakas is very good against other Reanimator strategies, pretty good with Eureka when my opponent puts big creatures down, but not necessarily what I want for my deck. Heartbeat of Spring could let me cast some of my cards, and then there's Search for Tomorrow. So, I don't know. How do I feel about Razaketh? Maybe I just want Maelstrom Pulse. Yeah. Pulse destroys any non-land permanents. This is tough because I'm already filling up too much on high-end creatures. Like, I'm not going to be able to play all of these plus Razaketh. Godpharaoh's Gift might not even make the cut, but I came here to try and do broken things. Nikki B. Ooh, Una's Prowler. This is what I'm looking for. Discard a card to shrink it, but it is a discard outlet. It's kind of what I'm looking for here. Beast Within is nice. The Signet would be fine, and then Elves, Mesmeric Fiend are kind of low-end considerations. I think I'm going to take Una's Prowler. It's pretty nice. It's just a free discard outlet. Lets me discard anything I want to the graveyard. And there's not really anything else I want here. There's Zealous Conscripts, too. Combo card. Abrupt Decay. Raphellos. Well, I haven't really set myself up to be a Raphellos deck, unfortunately. Duplicant is nice, but I don't need any more top end, so I might just take a sideboard card in Rex Sage. Raphellos could be fine. I'm not going to play like a huge amount of Forest, though. Bring the Light would be interesting if I could splash more colors, because it is a way to go fetch up my Eureka or my Living Death, but I don't think I'm going to be able to converge it for too many colors, unfortunately. Currently, I can very easily play white and black and green for the most part. Might just take Abrupt Decay. No, we'll take Rex Sage for the sideboard. Dark Confidant. Definitely not what you want in this sort of deck. Overgrown Tomb is very nice, actually. And there's Watery Grave here, too. Fun fact of the day, this card used to make you shuffle after you impulsed, but they took that line out. Excuse me. All right. There we go. We are going to take Overgrown Tomb. I can fetch it with Marsh Flat, so it turns my Marsh Flats into a tri-land, and it's kind of perfect for the deck. So, Lotus Cobra. There's the second Armageddon effect. Thoughtseize is nice. Thoughtseize is good when I'm playing Eureka and less good when I'm playing Live in Death. There's also Wall of Blossoms, which, again, could just shore up the early game here. Not a bad card, just cantrips when it comes down. Lotus Cobra, not what I want for my deck. I think I'm just going to take Thoughtseize here and be fairly happy with it. Deathrite Shaman could be nice as well. There's Inquisition, Yawgmoth's Bargain for Storm. I like this Garruk worse than pretty much all the other Garuks. Deathrite Shaman is pretty good. Actually, it's very good with Live in Death. Just lets me eat my opponent's cards before they become relevant. Then there's Mana Confluence if I did take Bring to Light. Bring to Light actually did intrigue me quite a bit. Could take Shamble Invent here. Again, I'm not really playing any white cards, outside Iona. I am just green-black, so don't really need to do that. Awakening Zone is surely a card. There's Nature's Claim and Massacre Worm. I'm going to go and take Massacre Worm because it is exceptionally good against certain cards. And then here I have the choice of Shriekmaw and Manglehorn. Manglehorn is basically just another Rec Sage, but there are a lot of artifacts worth destroying here, and Shriekmaw is a fine card, certainly. Not bad at all. Probably want to go with the creature that I'm going to consider main deck in here, because I'm probably not going to play like Rishkar, maybe Bone Shredder. Like, Shriekmaw is probably better than Bone Shredder most of the time. Yeah, I'll take Shrieky. Heartbeat of Spring, Search for Tomorrow, possibly. I don't see myself playing Magus at the Will. I don't really want to double my opponent's mana either. Although, like I said, this could give me outs to actually cast some of my big fatties, which is a thing. It is certainly a thing. So maybe now I'll just take Search for Tomorrow. I might even play it. Beast Within, pretty good. Mesmeric Fiend, also probably fine. Beast Within's pretty unconditional removal. A little bit worse than something like Maelstrom Pulse, where there's that Bring to Light again, but I still see myself in the same position. Nasty Terasti would just be another top-end target. Then there's Abrupt Decay. I think we're just going to take Abrupt Decay in case I face off against something crazy. I'm not playing any of these cards, but I'll take Dark Confidant. Wall of Blossoms could be played here. It is something I don't mind sacking to Survival of the Fittest. And we'll definitely have to do some work on this deck. I don't see God Pharaoh's Gift happening here. I don't really want to be tapping out for 7 mana cards. I want to cheat my cards into play. Minus these 5 lands, this is 28 cards. I think I am going to cut Iona until I know I'm playing against a certain kind of deck. Last pick Mana Confluence. Okay. So let's go and separate this into different piles. So we got the cards that we want to reanimate, the cards that actually help us reanimate or cheat things into play. So Eureka's in that same category. And then our discard outlets is what our last thing is going to be. So note that I'm pretty sure you can Thought Seize yourself too. Yeah. Not that I think we're going to do that at any point, but it is something we can do. Eureka. All right, and then all the fair cards go in this pile over here. I don't see myself playing Rishkar here. All right, so I guess this is also a discard outlet. And then this is also a discard outlet. So Grizzle Daddy goes over here, Razaketh over here, Shieldred over here. Live and Death is Reanimation, Liliana's Reanimation. Shriekmaw is just a fair card. Kalitas probably not going to make the cut here. Hero's Downfall also kind of sketch. Bone Shredder, I'm not a big fan of either. So discard outlet, Reanimation. Vampiric Tutor, very nice in this deck. I will put Thoughtseize under discard outlet. All right, so 5 ways to reanimate or cheat something into play considering Eureka here. 4 discard outlets plus Thoughtseize, which isn't going to hit me that often. Also consider Bazaar of Baghdad as discard outlet. It does do that. Do I even, like, is there any reason to actually play Scrubland here? Not really. Marshflat still goes and gets swamped, so I kind of like putting Massacre Worm in because that just wrecks certain decks, so I'm going to cut down a little bit on the fair cards. I think I'm going to take Kalitas out. I'm going to take out one of these 2 effects here, the Bone Shredder effect. I think Shriekmaw is probably a little bit better, so I'll take out Bone Shredder, and then minus these 4 lands, that's 26. You got to keep in mind that this isn't really a land, so I can't really count it. I'm going to count it as a spell, so 26. I need to cut probably 3 more. Ouch. I could cut Eureka. Yeah, I kind of like all these. Do I need all of these cards, though? Maybe Dragon Lord Jamoka is just a little bit worse than the rest of them here. Razaketh also just a big beater, but can be pretty good. Can be pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to take out Hero's Downfall until I know a little bit more about what my opponents are playing. Vraska Relic Seeker doesn't seem amazing either. Guess I'll go ahead and cut the Dramoka. And then this is 24 cards. Could run that. Keep in mind, like, my curve is actually going to be pretty low. I'm not trying to cast these cards. I'm trying to cheat them into play, so I kind of like keeping it like this. And then all of the top end, for the most part, are not cards that I need to really consider for curve considerations. There are times where my game plan might be to just cast these, but I think my game plan is to go ahead and just discard one of these cards and then cheat it into play with like Reanimate or Animate Dead or something like that. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and sort by color and see. It's majority black, a little bit of green, so Marsh Flats is still good. Marsh Flats gets my Overgrown Tomb. I don't know that I need to play Scrubland here. If I decide to board into like Anguished Unmaken or something like that, or maybe Dragon Lord Jamoka, then I'll play Scrubland, but this is just another card that opens me up to Wasteland and Strip Mine, so I'd rather actually play a basic if that's not going to do anything extra by playing Scrubland. So let's go ahead and add. This looks about right. Urborg also black, so can probably go down one here. Up. That's 13, 14, 15, 16. Again, Bizarre Baghdad, not really mana. So this gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green sources, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 black sources, which seems pretty good. So that's the deck. Hopefully we can reanimate some fatties and steal some games. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys like it, and see you for round 1. Hey guys, it's Timothy here. We are playing Vintage Cube, and it seems like we have a keep here. Probably going to Thought Seize my opponent on turn 2, although it might be right to Thought Seize him on turn 1 and then try to get Survival of the Fittest going or something like that. Also have Fauna Shaman, which basically does the same thing that Survival does. Plus we have Reanimate to get something back, so seems like pretty easy keep. I think I'll go and lead off with Overgrown Tomb, actually. Oh, I thought I was playing first. Guess I'm playing second, so we'll go and see what our opponent's doing here. Alright, so no busted plays. Don't mind drawing another land there. Yeah, let's go ahead and maybe I should Thought Seize them right now. Be taking 3 damage to do that. I could also fetch up a swamp with Marsh Flats. I don't necessarily need the other green off this, and if I need an extra black, I can go and play that. So I think I'm going to go and fetch up a swamp and then just Thought Seize my opponent and see what's going on over there. If I were on the play, I would have probably waited till turn 2 to do that, but I also Thought Seize myself, but I don't see a need to do that. So Memory Jar, Council's Judgment, which just destroys something. That's basically it. And then Memory Jar, Omen Speaker, and a bunch of lands. I think I'll go and get rid of Council's Judgment. Memory Jar is interesting, but I don't want them to be able to interact with my first reanimation target. So next turn, probably play Forest, and then is it smarter to play Survival of the Fittest or Fauna Shaman? I don't see a need to shock for this Overgrown Tomb yet. Survival of the Fittest can kind of go off, right? Could also Shriek Maw their wall, but I don't see a reason to do that either. I guess I'll go and just play Survival, because I might want to actually pitch Fauna Shaman. So what I might do next turn, if I don't expect my opponent to be doing much, is discard Shaman, go get some reanimation thing, discard that, go get another reanimation thing, and then reanimate it, like Grizzlebrand or something. My opponent's had 2 draws since I Thought Seized them, so let's go and try it out. I'll go ahead and pitch. We'll pitch Shriek Maw first. And what do we actually want to get here? Probably just Grizzlebrand. Massacre Worm doesn't seem necessary. There's also Shieldred, which could be really good. I'm going to lose 7 to 8 no matter what. Yeah, I think I'll actually get Shieldred first. And now we pitch Shieldred. No, not cast. Activate. And go fetch up another fatty. This time I'll get Grizzlebrand. in case I draw another reanimation spell. And then I'll attempt to reanimate Shieldred. Lose 7 life, and hopefully my opponent can't interact with it. If they can, then it's kind of unfortunate. But does this target? Yeah, it does. So I can't like upkeep, discard Grizzlebrand, get it back, but I can get back Shriekmaw or something. And if Shieldred survives, my opponent has to sack their wall. All right, pretty good start. I can't interact with you, so go ahead. It is nice that I also have Urborg in my deck, and Shieldred has Swamp Walk, so if I draw it, this just becomes unblockable, but we'll see if my opponent can interact with my Shieldred. If not, I'm probably going to bring back Shriekmaw next turn, which they have to consider. Shriekmaw, it has to destroy a card. Ooh, alright, well that Jace is not long for this world. Ojutai, Force of Will. Well, you can have these 2 cards, I'm not too worried about them, so we'll see what they take. They took Force of Will. Alright, worth noting. Shriekmaw won't have any targets, so it won't have to blow up Shieldred, but Shieldred is probably just going to have to attack this Jace, I think. So we know they have Force of Will in hand. Island, Plains, Wall. So their hand right now is Force of Will, Island, Memory Jar, and 2 other cards. Alright, well, what could we survival up here? I can discard Grizzlebrand, go fetch up a creature. They have Force of Will, so they can counter whatever creature I get. But if they counter it, I get to reanimate it with Shieldred, so we'll see. And I'm not casting Grizzlebrand, so if I had Heartbeat of Spring, I could cast Grizzlebrand in 2 turns, but I didn't take Heartbeat of Spring. I think I'm waiting for my opponent to put their cards on the bottom of their library right now. Is that what's going on? Yeah, I think so. Because they already picked their cards and their timer's ticking down. Memory Jar is interesting as just a card. This doesn't seem like a Storm deck. It might just be a draw 7. It's a very good draw 7. But it doesn't seem like it fits with the other cards I'm seeing from my opponent right now. Kind of glad I took that Council's Judgment. Am I scared about Jace plussing or minusing again next turn? I should probably just take it out. I could just smack my opponent for 6, though. Alright, so we might pause until my opponent realizes that they need to go ahead and do their Jace here. Alright, we're back. It took them about another minute there. So Shriekmaw's the only target here. Again, I can't discard on upkeep. Ooh, Deathrite Shaman. Doesn't do too much here. So the question is, do I want to take out Jace or do I want to smack my opponent for 6? I think I'm going to play Overgrown Tomb here. Just play tapped. And then discard Grizzlebrand to go fetch something up. Oh, I could fetch up Una's Prowler. Well, that's just a random discard. I think I'm going to take Jace out. Just don't really want my opponent drawing a bunch of extra cards if I can avoid it. Didn't seem like they had an answer for Shieldred last turn, so we'll just get it off the board. Puts us in a pretty good position against them. In fact, I'll wait on this Survival of the Fittest. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have a Wrath, but if I can discard on end step, discard Grizzlebrand, then I get to reanimate it with Shieldred. That should probably be game over, but we don't know. Our opponent could just Wrath the board here, and then it's not looking as good. So we know their hand is Island, Memory Jar. Well, now we just know Memory Jar, Force of Will. Alright, they're playing Memory Jar. I'm not going to activate that right now. On end step, we'll go ahead and pitch Grizzle Daddy. And here, I kind of like... Oh, I'm going to pitch one more card. So I guess I'll go ahead and pitch... let's just go ahead and put Razaketh in the graveyard too. And we'll go ahead and get... Guess we'll get Massacre Worm now. Alright, this is going to go ahead and bring back Grizzlebrand. Don't know that I'm drawing 7 here, since my opponent's going to draw me into 7. I don't have a way to give it haste either, unfortunately, but we can go ahead and attack our opponent for 9. And hopefully we don't get like stormed out with this memory jar or something. I'm not going to cast anything else. Going to just go ahead and hold up Deathrite Shaman in survival in case I need to do any of that. Alright, Shieldred does not do anything to my opponent this turn. Let's see what they can do. We only know about the Force of Will in their hand right now. 4 unknown cards, so they could probably cast something and then Memory Jar, draw 7 new cards here. If they crack Memory Jar right away, I'm assuming they don't have anything in their hand to really deal with it. But, alright, I'm not too worried about this Elspeth. I am not worried about that at all. Create a 1/1. Alright. Ooh, and Time Walk. That's not bad. Alright, my opponent has power in their deck. They're just going to have to sack that 1/1 to Shieldred, so I'm not worried about them Voltroning me out with Elspeth here. But still gets the job done, I see. Nice to know about the Time Walk. 2 left in hand, Force of Will and 1 other. It might be time to just crack Memory Jar. I don't think I'm doing any of this shenanigans, so let's go and let it happen. Ooh, Vampiric Tutor and Dismember. Alright. So let's see what our opponent can do with 7 fresh cards. Banishing Light. Targeting probably Grizzlebrand. Yeah. I have a way to kill my own Grizzlebrand here. I don't. So that's going to happen. Alright, 4 more mana. Do your worst. Note that Deathrite Shaman is 4 damage on its own. Elspeth can make a dude. I can dismember that dude if it really comes down to that. And my opponent is going to get Force of Will back on their end step. Or when does this come back? At the beginning of the next end step, yeah. They will have their Force of Will back. This has Fear too, so it can attack through my opponent. Enlightened Tutor. Do they have a way to draw that this turn? Let's see what they get first. They get Moat. Creatures without flying can't attack. Well, that's very interesting. Let's go ahead and eat Time Walk. Alright, I have outs around Moat. Moat's not the worst thing in the world that could happen. I don't think I have a Rexage effect in my deck. Oh, I can play Vraska, actually. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I could just kill my opponent. Well, I think I'm going to go for Dismember on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'm off by a little bit there. Good Vampiric Tutor here as well. See if that prompts their Force of Will. So let Memory Jar resolve. Oh, I'm not going to have those cards, though. I totally forgot about that. All right, well, that's pretty bad. I could have used those cards. Let's go ahead and discard Fauna Shaman here. Oh, no, discard Massacre Worm, actually. Oh, no, Massacre Worm kills my own guys. Nah. All right, we'll go ahead and just discard Fauna Shaman. See if I can get something relevant here. Pack Rat, Prowler. I'll go and get Elder. Elder's a respectable card. That Moat's going to be very annoying. I can get back Wall. I can get back... Well, Razaketh's pretty darn good. Yeah, I might have wanted to just dismember that soldier and then kill my opponent, but, you know, can't do everything, so... Oh, I could have Vampiric Tutored for Urborg too and just made Shieldred unblockable. So I don't think I care much about Elspeth. In fact, it's very bad against Massacre Worm, so I could sack something to go fetch for my deck. Let's go ahead and just jam at him. And then he's going to have to deal with Razaketh next turn. Going down to 6 this turn. He or she. Sorry. And you know what? I will play Yavimaya Elder. Already played a land, so I could actually sack that to Razaketh. I don't think I have anything super relevant that I want to get, though. Alright, so force and 2 unknown cards from the opponent. They can make a 1/1 that doesn't matter too much here. They have Moat, so they can cast Moat. Moat doesn't stop them from dying to Razaketh, though. Alright, that was neat. So I do definitely want Reclamation Sage. If my opponent has any graveyard hate, that's going to come in. How do I feel about Iona? Iona cutting off white seemed pretty good. Might be better than like this random Vraska. Although Vraska does get rid of enchantments, so maybe that's a consideration. Massacre Worm could probably come out for Iona. Razaketh. Yeah, it is also another flying threat, and Dragon Lord Jamoka as well in that same vein seems pretty good. I think we're going to take Eureka out on this one. Maybe I don't want to take Eureka out. Alright, and then I want Reclamation Sage, and maybe even Beast Within. These two cards both seem quite good. So what am I cutting there? I can probably cut like Toxic Deluge, something like that. Just bring in more ways to deal with my opponent's enchantments. Could even bring in Anguished Unmaken, but that seems a little bit much. Toxic Deluge could get me out of some bad situations, but I don't foresee it being necessary. Prowler, I kind of want to keep the whole package in there, so maybe I do cut Vraska if I'm bringing in all the other enchantment hate. Dragon Lord Jamoka might not be necessary, but does get around Moat. So 4 of my reanimation targets get around Moat, with Shieldred being still pretty good against Moat in the long term. And then maybe I just ditch Shriek Maul here. Ditch a removal spell or something like that. Dismember's probably fine. I wish I had gotten that, or taken the whatchamacallit. Yeah, we'll cut Shriek Maul. The Exhume that I saw, like, pick 2, but I took Eureka over it. Eureka's probably good against my opponent. I didn't see any sweepers. How do we feel about this hand? So I do have a discard outlet in Pack Rat. Unfortunately, I don't have a third land yet, but I am on the draw. I have Reclamation Sage to deal with anything really nasty that comes up, and I have a game plan in Live and Death and Liliana, so I think this is worth keeping. Just run Overgrown Tomb out first. Alright, well, there's an Animate Dead. Just go ahead and ship the turn here. You gotta watch out. My opponent has Force of Will and Time Walk, so those are things we can very easily die to if we don't. Oh, my opponent's just exploring. Okay. Well, they're gonna get ahead of me on mana with the Time Walk. Just draw a card, play an extra land. Still not bad. Ooh, and Worn Power Stone. So my opponent's gonna be way ahead of me on mana. Urborg is a nice draw. Go ahead and cast my Pack Rat. See what big thing they can put on the board here. Live and Death should be pretty good against whatever my opponent's doing, if I can hit the mana to do it before I die to whatever they play. Like, if they just play Dragon Lord Ojutai, I could be in a lot of trouble. Alright, so they have an Elspeth. Fine by me. Okay, I'm going to attack into their Elspeth. Alright, drawing a bunch of lands is not bad. Play Urborg Forest first, because then Marsh Flats can actually just tap for black. So I think I'm planning on pitching Dragon Lord Jamoka this turn, so we'll go ahead and come at Elspeth. Rar. Do you block is the question. They do block. Oh, right. Let's go and pitch Dragon Lord Jamoka. Make another Rats and eat your soldier. Could also just be on the pack rat plan here. My opponent has a million mana though. And if Elspeth ultimates, this game is going to be a little bit harder. Gotta watch out for the -3 as well. Or the other +1. Sorry, this one doesn't -3. So make a dude. Fair enough. I could go for like Animate Dead on Dragon Lord Jamoka this turn to try and bait a counterspell. Because it's not really my game plan. Ooh, Bitter Blossom. Alright, making tokens. I just fixed their mana for them with Urborg. That's interesting. And Memory Jar. Alright, I might just Rec Sage that Memory Jar, although I might want to do it on Bitter Blossom. Do I want to Rec Sage? I think I just want to Rec Sage their Memory Jar, to be honest. Next turn, I can start reanimating things. Their token production's better than mine. They can out-token me, but Live and Death sweeps all the tokens. They can't force a will me here, so might as well make this count, right? I could actually go Animate Dead plus... No, I can't do Animate Dead plus Rec Sage. Excuse me. Do I just want to Animate Dead Dragon Lord Jamoka? It seems pretty important to get this Memory Jar off the board. One thing they could do is they could sack Memory Jar in response and hope to hit Force of Will and Force of Will Rec Sage, but then if they don't hit Force of Will, I get to Rec Sage something else. So I think I'm going to go ahead and come at Elspeth. Can I just kill Elspeth here too? I can. No, I can't. But do want to keep that off ultimate for the most part. I imagine they block one of them, because if I do discard, I get to kill Elspeth here. I don't know, killing Bitter Blossom seems tempting, because that card is going to be annoying, but I think I just need to get rid of Memory Jar here. Can't let them have access to 7 new cards with potentially 8 mana. So the real question is, do they activate in response here? That would be interesting. And if they do, I have the potential to hit a Vampiric Tutor. Or Dismember, but Dismember doesn't have targets. So my game plan right now is Live and Death. Could also just be Pack Rat. Alright, opponent says no, let the Memory Jar go. So they're working with 1 fresh card and 1 other card. And Bitter Blossom can potentially start taking this game over. Potentially. Note that Dragon Lord Jamoka also pretty good because it lets me resolve my spells through Force of Will. My opponent can't Force of Will me. Alright, Fauna Shaman, actually not quite bad. This could get my engine going for Living Death, since that is my game plan. So I will go ahead and wait till second main to do that. If they want to trade something for Rec Sage, I'm actually pretty happy with that. But we're going to send everything at Elspeth, I think. Remember, the more creatures in my graveyard, the better my Living Death is going to be. So I might this turn go Fauna Shaman, Animate Dead. I could also go Liliana and minus on Dragon Lord Jamoka. And that seems pretty insane too, since they're probably going to go block. If they don't block the Pack Rats, I might discard a card. Yeah, that makes more sense. I have a lot of options here. I could kill Elspeth right now, assuming they don't have a removal spell. Might do that. Discard Fauna Shaman? That doesn't seem right, though. Could also just let Elspeth take... No, that's so much token generation. Feel like I'm going to get blown out if they do that, though. That's fine. Let's go and just discard. I can still just play Fauna Shaman here. What am I discarding, though? I don't want to discard any of these cards. I guess I pitch the Fauna Shaman. Make another token, and then hopefully just eat Elspeth here. If they have a removal spell. Uh-oh. They have something. Oh, okay. Alright, not a bad move. That was their last card. I think I'm just going to go for Animate Dead on Dragon Ward now. Oh, I could also Animate Dead Rex Sage, kill Bitter Blossom. Bitter Blossom's really the only thing I'm like that worried about. Dragon Ward Jamoke is so much sweeter though. Interesting what I should do here. They can only make one token per turn with Bitter Blossom. I think I'm going to go for... Yeah, I kind of like the Reclamation Sage because, well, actually next turn... No, let's just... One less token to deal with is fine. Because I can Liliana back whatever I don't bring back this turn. Yes, I would like to use the ability. And we'll pass. Alright, so my opponent's just top decking. Ooh, Celestial Colonnade's actually a real card. Alright, so Swamp, I think we just want to play that. Alright, so the question is, am I Liliana something back here and letting it die to Celestial Colonnade? I also don't really want to draw Pack Rat next turn, so I can shuffle it away, I think. Live and Death wouldn't be that amazing. I think I just pressure Elspeth some more, send everything at Elspeth, and then Liliana. I can plus Liliana depending on how they block. Just send all at Elspeth. Excuse me. Trade for Rex Sage, block us. Okay. Well, that gets their last fairy off the board. Alright, so the question is, what do I do with Liliana? If I plus it right now, I get to make a 2-2, and then to pressure it, they play Celestial Colonnade. And then I could just minus next turn. Or I could just minus and get back Dragon Lord Jamoka, and they can't attack into it anyway. They could kill Liliana with Colonnade plus Elspeth. I think I'm just going to get Dragon Lord Jamoka back here. Actually, one thing to note, if I draw Pack Rat, that just auto bumps my Pack Rat, so it might be worth drawing the Pack Rat to make him 3/3s. Let's go and get back Dragon Lord Jamoka. And then if they want to plus Liliana on Celestial Colonnade to attack into it, that's fine. If not, Liliana gets to start plussing, and they drew another land for turn. Nope, they're just going to make a dude. Sure, make a dude. Search for tomorrow. Oh, I already drew Pack Rat. I'm stupid. Let's go ahead and fetch up now. Just thin my deck out on lands a little bit. Go ahead and actually probably just discard this to Pack Rat, to be honest. Let Celestial Colonnade eat a Pack Rat. So what do I actually need to send at him? I can attack him with that. Go block, block, take one. Now let's just get Elspeth off board. So block, block. Yeah. I'll let Elspeth. That should be enough to kill it here. And then they can kill Liliana, but I think that's fine. Just discard Search for tomorrow to Pack Rat. Make another Pack Rat. They can eat something with Celestial Colonnade here. Ooh, now would be a good time to live and death them too, because their Colonnade would die. Ooh, that's so tempting. Let's see what the blocks look like. Do I even have things I want to live in death back? Not really. Or I could plus Liliana first and see what I mill, and then maybe it's worth living deathing. Living deathing. Well, those are the only blocks I'm not going to discard to Pack Rat right now. But I'm fine with this. Alright, and there goes Animate Dead. Alright, go ahead and plus. This mills 2. Hopefully I just mill 2 fatties here. Yavimaya Elder Grizzlebrand. Well, that's enough to me for me to want to live in death here. Can I actually No, I can't. So if I live in death, I get back Fauna Shaman, Reclamation Sage, Yavimaya Elder, and Grizzlebrand. They lose Colonnade and the Soldier and Worn Power Stone. So yeah, I'm pretty convinced that's good enough. Can even suspend this search for tomorrow if that's something I want to do. Is that not enough? Oh, I gotta cast the spell. This seems sweet. And I'm getting back Grizzlebrand. I'm just gonna refuel my hand. They're getting back nothing. Killed their Colonnade, killed their Power Stone. They have nothing but lands and an empty hand. Blow that up. Wow, that was insane. And then I think I'm just going to go ahead and activate now. Wow. Did I play a land for turn? I'm pretty sure I did. Let's go and play Deathrite Shaman here. Oh, I didn't play a land. Yeah, let's play Deathrite Shaman anyway. They conceded. All right, well, that was insane. They time walked to draw an extra card, and then I was able to fight off a bunch of their other stuff. Interesting. I think did they board in Bitter Blossom against me? Like, I didn't even play Urborg game one, did I? I don't know. Anyway, that was sweet. See you guys for game two, match two. Hey guys, it's Timothy here. We are in match two of this vintage cube, the broken cube, as I like to call it, or holiday cube, as some people call it. Gonna keep this hand. It does let me dig pretty deep with Bazaar, and I can pitch some other cards. Hopefully get my reanimation going. Like, all I need is like a turn 2 reanimate, and then I have a turn 2 Razaketh, but we'll see what the opponent's playing. Breeding Pool, tapped. All right. Do not mind a tapped Breeding Pool. Ooh, and I can turn it into mana next turn. So I think I'm going to start off with Bazaar and then activate that on my opponent's end step. Hopefully draw into a reanimation spell and then play Urborg, and I have 2 mana. Urborg Bazaar is a combo. All right, Signet. I'm going to go ahead and activate now. Survival of the Fittest is nice, but I can't actually play it next turn. So I think I'm going to discard Razaketh and a Swamp here. Oh, I have to discard 3. I have 1, 2, 3 mana. Guess I'll discard another land, but not the forest. So Swamp, ditching it. All right, so now I play Urborg. Again, I have 2 mana here. Might just want to activate Bazaar again. Yeah, I'll go ahead and cast Deathrite Shaman, and then look to activate Bazaar again. I can discard Wall of Blossoms and possibly Yavimaya Elder, but we'll see what our opponent's doing. They have 4 mana this upcoming turn. Maybe more. Coercive Portal. Nice one. Actually, very strong. Do I activate Bazaar now, or do I wait until I draw? I think I'm going to wait until I draw here. Ooh, Thoughtseize my opponent seems good. Well, Coercive Portal is super annoying. It just lets my opponent draw extra cards every turn. But it destroys all non-land permanents, I believe. Yeah, so my opponent gets to control whether they want to destroy all non-land permanents or draw an extra card. Kind of like the idea of going Survival of the Fittest here. Again, I wish I had just made board Rex Sage, but I don't. Maybe go Wall of Blossom, Survival of the Fittest. Maybe that'll be Survival of the Fittest might be enough for my opponent to just blow the board up. Also go Yavimaya Elder, but not enough mana to sack it. Don't really want to Thoughtseize my opponent yet, so I'm going to go ahead and just play Wall of Blossoms and Survival of the Fittest, I think. Ooh, Eureka! Ugh. Go and exile Swamp from my graveyard, make green mana, tap Bazaar for black, play Survival. Then my opponent's really got to decide, do I want you to untap? Well, if it's tied, my opponent draws a card, right? So I can always force them to draw a card rather than blow everything up. I think I can see their vote first. They voted Homage, so it doesn't matter what I vote here. As long as they vote Homage, they get what they want. And if they vote Carnage, then it's my choice to decide whether we blow it up or they draw a card. And Disc as well. So, alright, you're covered on all fronts. They're probably going to play some Planeswalkers now, I imagine, is the goal here. Disc does not blow up Liliana. Just Prowler. So we're not drawing the amazing part of our deck here. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana with the Swamp in our graveyard. Could Thoughtseize them now. Not really pressuring them. This is a super annoying combo. Again, I can always have them just draw an extra card, but Disc is kind of threatening. I think I just want to play Elder. I could also play Bazaar here. Maybe I do that instead. Or activate Bazaar. What am I pitching, though? I can also discard to go get a relevant creature. If I had Rexage, this would be perfect. But I don't have any reanimation spells, so let's see. If I play Eureka, I just get to put these things on board. Liliana can get back Razaketh. Razaketh doesn't really do that much against Navinral's Disc, but then I have Liliana. I think I'm going to go ahead and Thoughtseize them this turn, because it might be that I just want to play Eureka soon. Although I should save Thoughtseize for the turn where I play Eureka. You have Karn and Treachery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mana, 2 in hand. Treachery's pretty busted. But there's nothing they're going to want to Treachery here. And then Karn, which is also very good. I think I can fight through Treachery better than I can Karn, right? Maybe that's false. Yeah, this is bad for me. These are both very good cards. Alright, I'll go ahead and take Karn Liberated, because Razaketh can sack most things that they can Treachery. And then go ahead and play Alphamaya Elder, I guess? Don't want to play too much else here. They have an active Disc as well. Yeah, we'll go and play Yavimaya Elder. Make green. Bazaar make black. Make green. Alright, this definitely seems like it's going to be a live and death or bust game. They're going to vote draw a card. And 2 cards per turn. This is going to be hard to beat. Plus they have Rage and Ravine. We'll just do all the same boarding we did last game. Bring in all the Artifact Enchantment Hate. Beast Within Rexage. Maybe Anguish Unmaken? Oh god, they're going to channel. So they must have drawn something pretty sick this turn. I don't think they're channeling for Treachery. I mean, I guess they could. 5. Oh no. That's insane. See, my opponent's doing way more broken stuff than me. And we have the Vampiric Tutor, but no way to activate it. Alright, they still have an active channel and 7 fresh cards. Let's see what they can cast here. Plus, they still have 4 mana on board. Pretty good. Alright, they're just making a ton of mana. This is going to be Ulamog. Uh-oh, this could be even worse than Ulamog. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 10 mana. This looks like Ulamog to me. 9. Oh. Oh, the other Ulamog. Alright, well, I guess that's not as scary, but it's still pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Still have an active channel if you want to use it. Alright. Unchanneling. Channel's so busted. Alright, and they decide, no, we're not going to go for that. Dang, that memory jar off the top. Channel plus memory jar off the top was their draw. Well, this gets an attack. I'm pretty much dead. But it looks like my opponent still wants to do some stuff. Oh, they're disking? I mean, that makes sense. Oh, these cards are going to go away, aren't they? Yeah, they're going to get put back with the other memory jar cards. Ouch. My opponent still has Treachery in their hand. Granted, they got rid of their portal, but I don't really think I have an answer to Ulamog here. Oh, they're going dangerously low here, going down to 1 to cast Wormcoil. Alright, so if I still had Deathrite Shaman, that'd be one thing, but I don't, so we'll see if I can draw anything relevant here. I don't think the cards that were in my hand quite do it. Oh, and they shuffle back. Alright, so I think I need to hit a forest to even like have a chance here with Eureka. No, that's not going to do it. So can I do anything at all with 3 mana? I guess I can Bazaar of Baghdad. Draw 2, discard 3. Animate Dead. Wouldn't really do anything here. They don't have anything in their graveyard. I guess I'll do it, and I don't want to show them more cards, so we'll see what we draw. Should have hit the Urborg, but realized I had to kill Deathrite. Yeah. Oh, Dismember? Not going to do it. All right, we'll go and concede this one before showing my opponent cards. All right, so Channel and a bunch of fatties. Pretty insane. Artifacts 2. So they took Channel probably early and then all of the colorless stuff afterwards. Reclamation Sage seems good. Would have been very good that game. Beast Within seems good. Abrupt Decay seems... Well, does Abrupt Decay actually do what I want it to do? It doesn't hit any of the 4-mana artifacts he's shown me. Dramoka doesn't seem as amazing in this one. Kalitas. No, we're not killing their cards. Hero's Downfall, Iona on green, but they can still cast all their colorless stuff. Also blue, they have Treachery in their deck. It's just gross. The last thing I want to do is play Iona and then have them used against me. Abrupt Decay doesn't hit that, so... Do I want Anguished Unmaken? That could be good against some of the Eldrazi Titans if that's their plan. It wouldn't be too hard for me to play it. I don't think I want it, bringing in the other stuff. So what are we cutting here? I think Vraska will probably be alright. Massacre Worm doesn't seem good in this matchup. Shriekmaw doesn't seem very good either. Dismember doesn't seem very good. So anything that's better than these cards, my opponent's just not going to be playing little dirtily creatures. So I think I'll cut Dismember, bring in Anguished Unmaken, and fix up my mana a little bit for that. Keep in mind, Deathrite Shaman can also help play the blue mana, or the white mana for that. Anything here, nothing else is really standing out to me as something I want in this matchup. So 1, 2, so we're only leaving ourselves 3 big reanimation targets. Maybe I do want Iona. Just cut my opponent off of their cards, but they have so many colorless cards that Iona doesn't actually even seem that good. Murderous Gearhulk is a consideration. Yeah, maybe I just bring the Dragon Lord Dramoka back in. So now I bring in the Scrubland, cut, say, a forest and a swamp, add... Actually, I don't even need to cut that much. I'll put back in a forest and then add a plains to my deck. So 18 lands. Yeah, never mind. We do need to cut 2. So go ahead and cut forest. Yeah, I added scrublands. All right, and swamp. This still leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black sources instead of 10, which might be a little sketch, but we're gonna do it. Eureka probably very bad against my opponent too, but if I can Thoughtseize them first, Eureka might be enough to get me ahead of them. I would like to play first this time. Ooh, unfortunately, this is the first hand that I absolutely can't keep. So we'll toss it, and I guess I have to keep this even though it's quite bad. Deathrite Shaman, probably not what we want. It doesn't accelerate us to anything. It doesn't actually do anything with my game plan. So we'll go and play Overgrown Tomb and pass. I'm not feeling too good about our draw here. All right, starting off with the Breeding Pool again. All right, Yavimaya Elder is kind of a whatever card here. Maybe we go all in on Pack Rat this game. Do you have a Signet? Or something else? Channel? Oh, they're just going to channel out something enormous on turn 2. That's why Channel's busted. What if they just go Karn here? Like, what do I do? I'm going to be able to Beast Within most things that they play, but this is what happens in Vintage Cube. It's going to be Emrakul. Oh, they just have double green channel Emrakul? Well, that's a thing. All right. I mean, you're not beating that. Yeah. All right. Well, that's what happens. Well, at least you get to see it, right? That's what I was. I mean, channel wouldn't have been good in my deck because I don't have all these colorless things, but that's a pretty insane draw from the opponent, and there's no way we're keeping up with it. See you guys for game 3 here, or match 3 here in just a minute. This is Timothy here. We are in round 3 of this Vintage Masters, or not Vintage Masters, Vintage Cube draft, where we just got off the tail of losing to a turn 2 Emrakul, but you know what happens. This hand would be very, very good if I draw a green source so I can survive with the fittest. As is, I have Thoughtseize to kind of see what's going on with my opponent, and I am on the play, which makes it a little bit worse too. It's pretty good if I draw a green source and I can resolve survival of the fittest, but otherwise it's not that great. Maybe I'm mulligan, but yeah, this just isn't going to cut it, I don't think. Oh, this is probably worse, but it does let me pitch all these reanimation targets pretty early on, so this I will keep. Play Scry Land on top. Well, it's easy discard, right? Probably going to play Overgrown Tomb on turn 1, though. And if I draw specifically Reanimate, this hand gets really good, but... yeah, never mind. I'm going to draw that for a turn if I don't Bazaar on turn 1, so I'll put Grizzlebrand on the bottom. We'll just start off with Overgrown Tomb. And Sego. Vraska not looking very good here at all. To be fair, Bazaar also just not looking that good. Alright, Yavimaya Elder. So I'm going to activate this right now to hope to draw land. Ooh, Urborg was actually great. So here I'll pitch Shieldred, Razaketh, and probably just Vraska. I don't see Vraska being super relevant in this game. And we'll go and ship the turn. So Urborg does mean that I have 3 mana. Granted, I would like another green source for Yavimaya Elder, but Riftwing Cloudskate, that card's annoying. So in 3 turns, this is going to bounce one of my permanents. Which is what it does. Forest. Well, Dismember is fine draw, I suppose. Go and play Fauna Shaman here. I don't see myself wanting to use Bazaar, but I will go and keep it up just in case. Alright, so we're going to be playing against some sort of tempo game here, it looks like. Can dismember anything my opponent plays here, and I only have to pay 2 life because Bazaar does tap for black mana right now, which is nice. Like I said, that Urborg was a great draw. Reflector Mage, Fauna Shaman. This isn't the worst thing that could happen. I don't know that I actually want to dismember that either. So I think I'll just let it happen. Yeah, my opponent's just going to be on tempo. Forced. Una's Prowler. Not amazing. Can't play Yavimaya Elder, can't play Fauna Shaman, so I guess we're playing Una's Prowler. And I'm not activating Bazaar, even though it could dig me towards land, so maybe it's correct to activate it. If I block with Una's Prowler, my opponent can discard a card to kill my Prowler, because it gives it -2/-0. My opponent can use that ability. But I think I'm still going to block. If they want to trade, then we'll trade. If they haven't spare land, I might just dismember in response, keep my Prowler around. So discarding Porcelain Legionnaire. Yeah, I think I'll go and dismember your guy now. Hold on a sec. What just happened there? Alright, so let's go ahead and do that again. Target Reflector Mage. Oh, I still have to pay 4 for that. Never mind. So how am I doing this wrong? Target. So pay 2, pay 2. Alright, there we go. We figured it out. I lied, I still have to pay 1 plus that for Exia mana. So I don't know if it's worth 4 mana to keep my Prowler around, but we're doing it. If they want to respond and fight over Prowler, then, you know, it's fine. Alright, Remand Dismember back to my hand's not the worst thing either. And my guy dies. Oh, Animate Dead. Get back Shieldred. They're going to just be able to Riftwing Cloudskate. Also have Razaketh, so I might want to wait a turn on this Animate Dead. Play Fauna Shaman, hold up Dismember, I guess. Yeah, that seems about right. My opponent knows I have Dismember. I'd be losing a lot of life for that, but let's see what they want to bounce with Cloudskate here. Probably bounce Urborg so that I'm forced to use Dismember right away, since they can just attack through Fauna Shaman anyway. Does gain haste as well. Oh, just bounce that instead. Alright, I think I'm okay with that. I'll try to Dismember again. If they have more interaction, that's quite bad, but... oh no. So let's do this right. Dismember the Cloudskate. Pay 2, pay 2, pay black. I'm actually fine with them using a counterspell on this. I will go down to 8, but it's one less counterspell they're likely to have for the Animate Dead. They already got value off that too. It looks like they are responding. Snapcaster Mage Remand, pretty nice. Massacre Worm would be nice here. Alright, so very good tempo deck from the opponent here. Don't feel like we're going to win this one. Like, I can Animate Dead something next turn, but if they have any sort of bounce spell for it, it's pretty bad. I think I'm going to get Shieldred, though. So at least we're very likely to be able to eat one of their guys. Ooh, could Thoughtseize too. Or I could hold up Dismember. Let's see if they have interaction here. Sun Titan, Glenolandra, Emiria Angel, Banisher Priest. So I think we have to take Banisher Priest here. Sun Titan won't be coming down for another turn, but it'll get Porcelain Legionnaire. Glenolandra's super annoying, but thankfully I'll resolve Shieldred through that. And then Emiria Angel, also pretty annoying, but I'm just going to have to take Banisher Priest so that I know my card resolves and sticks around. Let's go ahead. Ooh, I could also Animate Dead their cards. I didn't think about that. Because I could have possibly animated Dead like Sun Titan or something, and maybe that would have been worth it. But I think I'm just going to get Shieldred back here. No, get your graveyard out of here. Alright. So, opponent does lose a card here. Probably going to get rid of Snapcaster Mage, I imagine. Maybe Reflector Mage. They're not going to get rid of Cloudskate. They're going to be able to get me down to 2. And assuming they don't draw anything here, I do get to bring Razaketh back and start gumming up the board against them. That's, again, assuming they don't draw anything here. Glenolandra Archmage is going to be very annoying to fight through, but at least we have a game plan now. Shieldred is eating cards. They might just play Glenolandra so that they can sack it to Shieldred and persist it without losing a lot of board presence, but they can't play Sun Titan this turn. They could play Emiria Angel, which I will probably dismember for the full amount. Can't really afford to pay any more off Dismember since I'm going down to 4 here, but they might have also just drawn something relevant. This looks like Archangel. Yep. Alright, that stops me from dismembering, which is super annoying. Take 2 in the air. Alright, I do get to bring Razaketh back now, which is pretty good. Oh, shoot. If they draw Sun Titan, we're in a lot of trouble because they get that Banisher Priest back. Do I hold up the full amount for Glenorandra to try and dismember something? I think I do. I don't think I attack them. I gotta hope they break on a land. Otherwise, Banisher Priest going to be pretty good here. Can also respond to the Persist trigger. If they sack this, I can respond to the Persist trigger by dismembering something. So we'll see if they sack Glenorandra here. They probably will. And if they do, I'll probably dismember Riftwing Cloudskate in response. Oh no, they just get rid of... What's it called? Reflector Mage. Alright, they did draw a land, so I imagine Sun Titan Banisher Priest. Although, that kind of works out for me. Well, no, I can't actually kill the Sun Titan with Dismember. If they tap out, I'm going to kill Glenorandra. This might just be... No, they're going to go for Sun Titan. Do they have a land to get back? No. They could go for Reflector Mage on Razaketh. They have a bunch of different options here. Reflector Mage actually seems better than Banisher Priest on account that they, if I kill their Banisher Priest, I get my guy back, but Reflector Mage just strains it in my hand. So I am in trouble. I am in lots of trouble. Alright, yeah, so they came to the same conclusion. Go ahead and get that back. Gonna have to pop Glenorandra here. That's gonna target Razaketh. Oh, Sheoldred. Huh, that seems incorrect, but I won't stop you. So black, black, black. I guess they can just attack with Sun. Yeah, I need to kill Sun Titan like right now. Otherwise, I don't really have outs to what's going on here. Stranded on mana meant I couldn't keep up. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go to round 2. There's nothing I can do there. I'm actually just dead on board. That and Sun Titan gets back whatchamacallit. So, Banisher Priest, they just get a free attack on me. These cards look a little bit better. These, like Shriek Maul type cards. So I think I kind of want Bone Shredder. Bone Shredder is not amazing, but it's good against bounce spells. Shriek Maul 2. Abrupt Decay could be fine. Kills most of the little early game creatures. Dragon Lord Jamoka is probably good too. Massacre Worm seems pretty good. And there's also Kalitas, but that's whatever. Iona on white seems pretty strong against my opponent. So what am I cutting here? Vraska, again, probably shouldn't be in the main board at all. The card's just not looking that good. Eureka's risky against an opponent with a bunch of ETB effects. So I think I'm going to cut Eureka here. And Search for Tomorrow is just not a card I wanted to cast at all this entire matchup. So we'll go ahead and do this. And hopefully get a really busted hand. I didn't even think about Reclamation Sage there. Porcelain Legionnaire does die to Rec Sage, but this seems like a perfectly reasonable hand. Again, I'm sorry about the voice here, but do get to fetch up Overgrown Tomb, play Survival of the Fittest, and then hopefully draw some reanimation spells. Granted, Reanimator is bad against bounce spells, so my opponent has the upper hand by quite a bit. They are mulling down to 6, though. And they keep their card on top, so we're going to go ahead and fetch up Overgrown Tomb. and pass turn. And go survival of the fittest next turn. Okay. Survival. And now we just need reanimate to make this hand exactly what we want it to be. Alright, here comes Cloud Skate again. Kind of annoying, but what are you going to do about it? Well, Shriek Maw is a good card to keep in my hand for right now. We're just going to go Wall of Blossoms here. See what we draw first. Oh, Dismember. Fine card. So we have interaction for our opponent. But again, our opponent has a tempo advantage on us. Maybe keep up survival there. Excuse me. Probably gonna, well, I can wait a turn to Shriek Maw most things. Abrupt Decay, pretty much anything that comes down, that's Abrupt Decayable. Dismember, other things. My opponent's got a pretty good deck. And they decide they don't really have to do anything here. That's fair. Alright. Drawing a Swamp for turn, and then my opponent's gonna click me. Is this Vendilion Click? It is Vendilion Click. Probably just Abrupt Decay that. Getting rid of either of my creatures doesn't matter much, so they're probably going to get rid of a Dismember. So let that resolve in response to the trigger, Abrupt Decay it. So yeah, if they get rid of either of my creatures, I can just Survival of the Fittest it back. So I think it's in their best interest to just put Dismember on the bottom, if they decide to put anything on the bottom here. They might just be fine with me having Dismember. I don't think there's any point in taking these other two cards. In fact, alright, well, Prowler's worse than Dismember, certainly. I think I still play it, though. That does give them perfect information. They now know that I drew Prowler for turn. Ooh, and they missing a land drop's pretty good for me. Ooh, Reanimate, you say? I think I'm gonna, again, hold off on that for a turn. Attack with the Prowler. Play the Forest, and then on their end step, I could actually Survival now for something relevant. I don't think they want to discard here, unless they have something that's useful to them in the yard. This is like reverse Aquamoeba here. Alright. Am I playing anything this turn? Definitely going to play the Forest. Kind of feel like I should probably go get Deathrite Shaman or something like that. So I'm going to go and pitch Razaketh. Pack Rat, I can actually go get another card and then pitch another thing to the graveyard. That might be good. Massacre Worm actually seems strong against my opponent. Iona could be just the bee's knees here. Alright, let's go and pitch Iona. Be careful about putting too many cards in the graveyard. I don't really know what my I think I'm fine with this Pester Mite. They're gonna go ahead and tap the green source, but that's fine. Oh, I could reanimate Iona right now and then stop them from casting their actually that's probably pretty good. So it would stop them from casting Riftwing Cloud Skate, right? Your opponents can't cast spells of the chosen color, and I'm pretty sure Suspend makes you cast. And then if they have like Banisher Priest or something, I can Shriek Maul it. So I kind of like that, actually. I'm still just going to go get Deathrite Shaman here, and then we'll reanimate Iona and play Deathrite Shaman. So cast Reanimate on not click. Iona. Hopefully no force of will here. We'll name blue. And then play Deathrite Shaman for the turn. And if they have instant speed non-blue interaction, they can actually bounce Iona and then still play their... Actually, I don't think they can. What happens to this Cloudscape? Just goes to the graveyard? Yeah. Oh, it stays exiled. Gross. Alright, well that plan seemed pretty good. Pack Rat, gonna keep these cards in hand for right now, I think. Offer him a trade for the Prowler. I don't know if I should be worried about running Iona into some sort of weird trick here, but Iona's gonna mess him up pretty hard here. Yeah, Iona just wins next turn if they don't draw anything. Alright, I got 4 mana. You can cast a spell. Fiend Hunter. Alright, well I can Shriek Maul that. We're gonna go ahead and eat a creature now. Oh. Let's go and just eat a spell. I did it again, didn't I? There we go. Oh, they don't have any in the graveyard. So I'll go and eat my Abrupt Decay to deal 2 to my opponent. Then I'll go ahead and discard Pack Rat here. Do I have Bone Shredder still in my deck? Because that'd be pretty good. Massacre Worm, Shieldred. Yeah, I do have Bone Shredder, so we'll go and get Shredder. That way I have more interaction for another card like this that they could play. Then see what we draw next turn. Ooh, that's pretty good. So now I can see what color I need to name off Iona. So they have Commit to Memory to deal with Iona, and then they have some more white cards. It's actually pretty annoying. Yeah, this is super annoying. They just have a lot of resilience. If I had another reanimation spell, this would be pretty easy, I think. Because I think I have to name blue here. Oh no, I'm Thought Season. I'm dumb. I'll get rid of Commit, and then I will just name white off this thing. So Bone Shredder coming down. Yeah, now they can't cast any spells, and they don't have 6 mana. I can eat this out of their graveyard before they get it. So go and take out Fiend Hunter. Iona comes in. Name white this time, and pass the turn. And they're just dead on board if they don't draw a blue card right now. All right, cool. Game 3. So that was pretty nice. Iona doing some work there. My opponent's graveyard, or like the resilience of their deck is pretty sweet. Makes me kind of want Kalitas because it exiles things. Hero's Downfall is okay, but not great against an opponent who has so many like ways to just recur their cards. Anguish Unmake also seems good against that sort of stuff. So might be on the same plan of bringing in the exile stuff here. Bring out a forest and a swamp, bring in scrublands and a plains. Boom. And then cut 2 cards from the deck. Pack Rat just doesn't seem like it's going to get there, but it is a discard outlet. Toxic Deluge could be good against my opponent. Maybe I want to shave one of these top end cards. I think it'd probably be Razaketh over any of the others. Go just a little bit more mid-rangey on my opponent. Yeah. What else am I looking to cut here? Una's Prowler doesn't seem good against my opponent at all. In fact, it kind of enables some of their cards like Sun Titan. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut Razaketh for this one. Just keep it to these big 4 fatties at the top. And let's see if we can sneak out a victory here against a very good tempo deck. I'm going to grab my charger real quick. I will be back. All right, let's see what our hand looks like. This is slow. We're on the draw. We have Vampiric Tutor, so we can kind of set up a game plan here. I think I'm going to keep it because it does interact with my opponent pretty well. Any land lets me Anguish on making something. I have Wall of Blossoms and I'm on the draw, so I think this pans out to a pretty decent hand. All right. And Bone Shredder, again, just not the worst thing. The question here is, do I want a Vampiric Tutor for something? I don't think so, not yet. I want to see what the game kind of progresses towards first. Land. Okay, land is good. Let's go and just play Wall of Blossoms this turn, I think. Could also play Fauna Shaman, but Wall of Blossom makes it more annoying for them if they play like Reflector Mage or something like that. Ooh, Reanimate's pretty good too. Well, it's not click. Kitchen Finks. Might just Anguished on making that. It's a pretty annoying card. Alright, don't mind extra lands here. I don't think I need to Anguish on making right away. Well, I mean, Wall of Blossoms does hold that off. It's not like the worst thing in the world for me. No, Bone Shredder on that seems pretty poor. Yeah, I'll just hold up Anguish on making here. Because if they play like Glenalandra Archmage, I'd rather wish I'd done it on that. Pretty free attack. And they end the turn. Should I Anguish on Making? Should I Vampiric Tutor? No, I still just like holding on to these cards. Alright, Abrupt Decay is not bad either. I could play Bone Shredder here and still hold up Vampiric Tutor. I think I'm just going to pass. Put the onus on my opponent to draw stuff. Now, when I start missing lands, it's going to be a little bit worse. What is this, Venser? That is Venser. So I kind of like going Anguish on Making on that. Oh, bounce Scrubland. So I can Abrupt Decay this thing. I can just block Venser. Huh, bouncing Scrubland's interesting. Well, actually, that makes perfect sense. Maybe I'll go Anguish on Making on this now. This is an interesting choice here. Because I can't Anguish on Making on their turn if they do that. Which means they get to kind of freely play whatever they want. But I can still Abrupt Decay this thing and prevent myself from taking damage. Yeah, I'll let him bounce this. And I have to discard for turn. Alright, I'll discard Iona. That sets me up pretty nice, I guess. They put me up to 8 cards, so I had to discard for turn. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened. I think I'm just going to block Kitchen Finks and take 2 here. Note that Abrupt Decay does not kill Venser. Uh-oh, another 4-drop. Oh, Ally of Zendikar. That's pretty good. So alright, so just so I don't fall behind, I might Abrupt Decay this token and then Anguish on Making Gideon. That doesn't seem amazing, but it is something I can do. I can also reanimate Iona, name blue, and just hope they don't have a white way to deal with it. If they do, I have Bone Shredder, I have Vampiric Tutor for other stuff. So I think I am going to Abrupt Decay this token. Do I even need to do that? Do I need to Abrupt Decay the token? Not really. It would just be so that I'm using my mana, really. No, I'll let that happen for a turn. So the goal here is, oh, I can't Anguish on Making and Reanimate in the same turn. Ooh, I can Live in Death, though. So if I play Scrubland here, I can Anguish Unmaken Gideon. That only leaves me a green mana up for the turn. I do think I need to get rid of Gideon. It could also just start plussing on me, so there's that. And then I can Vampiric Tutor for something that might be relevant here. Alternatively, I can play Reanimate on Iona and just hope they don't have anything, which seems unlikely, and I lose 7 in that case. Kind of want to set up this Live in Death, but I don't really have a lot of good ways to do it. You know what would be sweet here is Massacre Worm. I don't have a lot of options there. What does Bone Shredder do for me? It kills Venser. Yeah. So kills Venser, and then I don't get to attack, but I can throw Bone Shredder in front of something. I still have Reanimate, still have Vampiric Tutor. Kind of like the Anguish Unmaken your Planeswalker plan. And maybe just take 5. I take 3 off the Anguish Unmaken too. This is not great for me altogether. Them bouncing a land actually set me back a good bit, even though I didn't draw a 5th land anyway. This is tough. I think it's correct to Anguish Unmaken Gideon, regardless of what else happens. I take 3 plus 4, I go down to 11. Vampiric Tutor puts me down to 9. Because the alternative is like Bone Shredder this thing, Chump, block, then I only take 3. And that actually might not be bad with Live in Death. Yeah, alright, let's go for this plan. Let's go and play Bone Shredder. Let's go and take out... It actually might be right to just take out the ally because my opponent has like Revel Arc in their deck. I could get back Venser. And then I'm just going to pass and look to do some blocks this turn. Maybe Vampiric Tutor, possibly even for just a land this turn. Maybe, maybe not. Thoughtseize again would be great so I can just see what my opponent has going on. Alright, they're going to make him a 5/5. That's fine. I'm going to chump. Go block, blocked. Only take 2 this turn. Seems okay to me. Not great, but okay. And then I need to hit a land here, like really bad. 5 mana. Well, there's Revel Arc. Yeah, Revel Arc's so good. Alright, now I'm in a tough spot. That needed to be a swamp there. Commit is the only blue card. If they have specifically Commit, then Reanimate and Iona seems bad. If they have something else, it's fine. Because now I feel like I'm pressed into maybe Anguish Unmaken and Revel Arc. So that when I Live in Death, they don't get these things back. If I do that, I go down to 13. I can't Reanimate in the same turn I do that. So let's say I block Gideon. I take 5, I go down to 8. My alternative, I could just go for Reanimate on Iona, I think. And then play maybe like Fauna Shaman. The problem is not having another black source, so I can do Anguish Unmaken plus Reanimate. And Abrupt Decay doesn't really help me that much here. God, this is bad. This is real bad. Alright, I'm going to take the riskier play, which... the risky play is to bring back Iona and just hope they don't have anything for it. Like, if they have a blue card in hand for it, that's real bad. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So, bring back Iona, hit myself for 1 billion. Name white, because Commit is the only card I've seen that they have to deal with it. And then play just like Fauna Shaman here. Could hold up Abrupt Decay. That doesn't seem great. Yeah, I'm just going to cast Fauna Shaman. Am I looking to block with Shaman, though? Block 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I just died to a lot of different things here. Yeah, I'm going to need to get lucky to win this game, so we'll go and play the Shaman. And see if they have an answer for Iona. If they do, I think I die on the spot. Block, block, take 8. Take 7. No, block, block, 4, 5, 6. Go down to 1. Can't cast any white spells, which is vast majority of their deck, but they could just have some ways to deal with this stuff anyway. Alright, nice. It looks like they didn't really have an answer to what's going on here. So now I can hold up Anguish Unmaken. Not drawing another land there sucks, because I need to live in death at some point. And I need to get rid of Revel Arc so they don't just get Venser back when Revel Arc dies. So I think the plan here is just to pass. Could attack Gideon. Then that leaves me open to attack. I'm also running out of time here, so we're going to pass. On their end step, I'm going to Fauna Shaman, discard Pack Rat, go get another creature. Oh, create a 2/2. Anguish Unmaken, Revel Arc on their end step. White, black, boom. Go ahead and get rid of Revel Arc. Oh, that's a leave the battlefield. Thankfully, they don't have a graveyard, so that's fine. Go and activate Fauna Shaman. Go and activate, discard Pack Rat, go get Massacre Worm. Maybe Sheoldred. Kalitas seems good. Grizzlebrand seems pretty good. Get back Grizzle Daddy here. The lifelink could be relevant. Shriekmaw's not bad. I think I just hold up Abrupt Decay, pass again, Fauna Shaman, and then maybe Vampiric Tutor for a land. And hope to live in death back this board. They still have an active Gideon though. So they probably, oh no, they're not going to activate this turn. They didn't. Okay, create a token. Activate, discard Grizzlebrand, go get Massacre Worm. I think I'm going to have to go for it this turn, right? What would I be getting back? Grizzlebrand, Pack Rat, Bone Shredder. Oh, they're going to click me here. So they're going to see what's up. I should Vampiric Tutor now for that land, get Live and Death. They won't get anything back. Ugh, this is so bad. Alright. Yeah, I have to hit a land next turn for this plan to work, so that's what we're going to do. Go put Urborg on top. Where are you, Urborg? There you are. Now they get to go ahead and click me. I will draw into that Urborg. They see the Live and Death now too. Is it worth Abrupt Decaying one of my own creatures here? So that I get it back with Animate Dead? It might be. I just Abrupt Decay Fauna Shaman. Could also Abrupt Decay Kitchen Finks so that the Persist will already be up. Yeah, that might do that. Actually, you know what? Abrupt Decay Vendilion click, and then Iona can take out Gideon before I Live in Death. Opponent's deciding pretty hard on this Vendilion click. Oh, they could take Live in Death, though. They could take Living Death. I didn't think about that. Oh, no, they took the Massacre Worm. Good. All right, cool. So create a token. I'll go ahead and Abrupt Decay your click. Oh, but then they get... God, I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad. I think I just... No, I didn't, because I have Bone Shredder, so... All right, draw for turn, play Urborg. Not bad. Could also play Deathrite Shaman. Shriek Maul something. That might be good enough. What if I attack with Iona? I can't let any creatures through. Nope, that's not going to cut it, so I can't discard either. If I cast Shriek Maul and kill something, they can kill me next turn. So I think I have to go for this now. Attack Gideon. And this is so bad because it opens up their whole hand, but I think I have to do it. I misplayed by killing that click. I shouldn't have done it. Because they're going to be left with Kitchen Finks and Venser. Or not Venser. Wait, why is Venser? Oh, okay, never mind. Alright, let's go ahead and resolve that. I do have a Grizzlebrand, but that's all I've got. That was my turn. So are they going to take something out of my hand is the real question. They might take Shriek Maul. I imagine they've got like Banisher Priest, Fiend Hunter to take care of Grizzlebrand, so they might just want to take Shriek Maul here. No. They took Survival of the Fittest. I'm actually fine with that. I just need Grizzlebrand to get in one good hit here. I'm not going to pay for Bone Shredder, I don't think. Do have Shriek Maul plus Dismember. That's not bad. That's not bad. My opponent's whole hand is opened up now, though. God, that Revel Arc was so bad for me, too. Ugh. Sun Titan doesn't have any targets, so I'm not too worried. Well, Sun Titan can get back Vendilion Click, which is actually really good. But that wouldn't be the worst, because then I can start hitting with Grizzlebrand. Alright, it's up to my opponent to decide something. I got 2.5 minutes to try and win this game, so I'm going to have to play very fast. I'm going to have to not misclick on my dismembers. I could have played very, very differently. Probably, I should not have killed the click with Abrupt Decay. In fact, I'm not 100% sure why I did, because it just let him get that card back. Granted, they drew me into a Dismember, so it's not the worst. I don't have time to sit here durdling around with Survival of the Fittest. But they would have been left with just Kitchen Finks, and then Bone Shredder would have killed that. They would have had an empty board, and my board would have been the same. So I don't 100% know why I Abrupt Decayed that Vendilion Click. It's better for me not to. Alright, this is going to be... Reflector Mage is probably the worst thing my opponent could have played against me, because I'm not recasting this Grizzlebrand. Animate Dead would be fine. Get back Iona again. Probably just going to cast Shriek Maul next turn. Maybe Deathrite Shaman plus hold up Dismember or something like that. Not going to pay Echo, I don't think. I don't think I can afford to pay Echo. No, draw for turn. Thoughtseize is a card I can't cast for the rest of this game, so play Deathrite. If I play Deathrite, am I just doing chumps? Yeah. So play Shriek Maul, I guess. Kill Porcelain Legionnaire and look to go block. I could also evoke, kill Porcelain Legionnaire, play Deathrite, and I can't dismember that way. So I think I just have to cast this. Yeah, this is not good. And then if my opponent has any sort of Fiend Hunter type effect, I'm dead. That has to get... Oh, wait. Non-artifact, of course. Alright, well, I guess we'll kill Reflector Mage then. Damn you, Shriek Maul, and your non-artifact claws. Caracas. Ooh, it's actually really good against my deck. Massacre Worm does not get bounced from Caracas, but if they have Fiend... Oh, there's something. Sun Titan, getting back. Reflector Mage. Alright, that does it. Good game to the opponent. So we got a little bit crushed in these last 2 rounds to some pretty heavy misplaying on our behalf, but unfortunately we didn't draw the lands to support it. So anyway, we went 1 and 2. Still had a lot of fun. We got to crush people in the first round, so I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, my name's Timothy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.